Hare Krishna. Sri Harinam Sankirtan ki. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So once again, as we continue in this leg of Padayatra 2009, today is the third day, and we are in your village, the village of Repos. We'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the International Society of Krishna Consciousness and the organizer for Padayatra 2009 to welcome each and every one of you here this evening. Each and every one of us who had participated in the parade, we'd like to thank you very much, and of course to be here also to take part in the stage program. We'd like to welcome you here this evening.
Raise your hand. Do you know why we raise our hand? Anybody knows? Anyway, raising hand is, in the Mahabharata, Draupadi's sari was stripped by Dushasana. Stripping, And Dushasana was a warrior, very strong, powerful man. How could be some lady can face such a warrior like Dushasana? So he was trying to strip her, in front of such an assembly, like thousands of people are there, And Draupadi is trying to hold the sari and calling, "Oh Govinda, oh Krishna, please come, save me, protect me." But Govinda don't come. Krishna don't come. So now question is arise, how come Krishna don't come? Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, "Wherever my devotees calling for me, I am right here. My devotee never perish, I protect you." But here Draupadi calling, Krishna not come. So again, Krishna, Govinda, please come, help me. Krishna not come. You know why? Because she was holding the sari and trying to protect herself and calling Krishna. So Krishna thinking, "Oh, you want to protect yourself, why you're calling me? Why? I don't need to come. You're thinking you can protect yourself." So unless when Draupadi realized that she can hold sari anymore, that's it. Then she immediately raised both hands and said, "Govinda, please come protect me." As soon as she did that, that's it. Krishna appears in the scene like a fraction, and he produced sari, mountains and mountains and mountains, until Dushasana fall off, senseless, totally fall off. So raising hand means he totally surrendered to Krishna. That's the see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu raising hand. So please raise your hand. Bolo Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki, Nityananda Prabhu ki, Gaura Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. So this is called Hare Krishna movement about. Hare Krishna movement means chanting and dancing and glorifying Krishna. That's all. And after chanting and dancing, what's the next? Feasting, nice prasadam. Nobody buy, nobody. So I'm going to chant one little bhajan. I got little scope. So Prabhuji says, I'm going to sing some bhajan. It is like a dhun. Please, I want everybody clap to your hand. Okay? Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda. Bolo. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda. Bolo Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda. Radhe Radhe, Radhe Radhe, Radhe Govinda. Brinda, Chandra, Vrindavan Chandra, Anath Natho Dinobandhu, Radhe Govinda. See, Radhe 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 Govinda, Vrindavan Chandra. Bhagavan Krishna is the moon of the Vrindavan. And Anath Nath, Radhe Govinda. Anath means one who lost everything. Materially we think, I lost my wife, beautiful wife, my children. I lost my beautiful house and bank balance. I lost my bank balance. Materially we think that I lost everything. So that is not a richness. This is material terms. Anarthanath means here one who have nobody. Not even his mother, father, parents, children, beauty, house, building. Anath means one who not even accepted by even their own family member, rejected. Such person called Anath. Anath call means generally called those who have no parents. But here Anath means one who not even accepted with their own parents. He is Anath. And one who takes shelter of Krishna. And then Krishna said, Another Nath, he is such person. Nath means the Lord of the such person. And he become a friend of him. Just like a Pancha Pandavas. Radhe 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 Govinda. 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 Bolo Radhe 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 Govinda. Radhe 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 Govinda. Bolo Vrindavan Chandra. Vrindavan Chandra. Anath Natho Dino Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Anath Natho Dino Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Anath Nath Dino Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Anath Natho Dino Bandhu Radhe Govinda. Nand Kumara Navrit Chora Radhe Govinda. Oh, Nand Kumara Navrit Chora Radhe Govinda. Nand Kumara is the son of the Nanda Maharaj. Nand Kumara Navrit Chora Radhe Govinda. 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 Bolo Vrindavan Chandra. Vrindavan Chandra. Vrindavan Chandra. নাথ নাথ দীন বন্ধু রাধে গোবিন্দা
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 বেনু বিলোলা বিজয় গোপাল রাধে গোবিন্দা বলো
বিলোলা বিজয় গোপাল রাধে গোবিন্দা
বলো বেনু বিলোলা বিজয় গোপাল রাধে গোবিন্দা
বিলোলা বিজয় গোপাল রাধে গোবিন্দা
বেনু বিলোলা বিজয় গোপাল রাধে গোবিন্দা
বিলোলা বিজয় গোপাল রাধে গোবিন্দা
বলো বৃন্দাবন চন্দ্রা
বৃন্দাবন চন্দ্র
বৃন্দাবন চন্দ্রা
বৃন্দাবন চন্দ্র
অনাথ নাথ দীন বন্ধু রাধে গোবিন্দা
নাথ নাথ দীন বন্ধু রাধে গোবিন্দা
অনাথ নাথ দীন বন্ধু রাধে গোবিন্দা
নাথ নাথ দীন বন্ধু রাধে গোবিন্দা
पंढरीनाथ पांडुरंगा राधे गोविंदा पंढरीनाथ पांडुरंगा पंढरीनाथ पांडुरंगा राधे गोविंदा पंढरीनाथ पांडुरंगा राधे गोविंदा बोलो वृंदावन चंद्रा वृंदावन चंद्रा अनाथ नाथ दीन बंधु राधे गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा बोलो राधे 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 गोविंदा बोलो राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा राधे 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 गोविंदा वृंदावन चंद्रा बोलो वृंदावन चंद्रा अनाथ नाथो दीनो बंधु राधे गोविंदा
अनाथ नाथो दीनो बंधु राधे गोविंदा
बोलो अनाथ नाथ दीनो बंधु राधे गोविंदा
अनाथ नाथो दीनो बंधु राधे
बोलो कृष्ण चंद्र कन्हैया लाल की जय 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 श्री श्री राधे जय गाना बोलो जय 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 श्री श्री राधे बोलो जय 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 श्री श्री राधे Thank you very much. Everybody is so dedicated to Krishna. Your life is totally blissful. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
कृष्णा है वो कृष्णा है वो कृष्णा है वो कृष्णा है कृष्णा है जो है अकेला मजनू वाला जिसकी दीवानी प्रीति हर वाला वो कृष्णा है वो कृष्णा है वो कृष्णा है कृष्णा है
performance of this sacrifice. Jamil Prabhu, he spoke earlier that this Hare Krishna movement is all about singing and dancing. So what is this singing and dancing? Because people are singing and dancing all the time for enjoyment. This singing and dancing is not ordinary because it constitutes the sacrifice for this age that we're living in. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna explains that when he created human beings and all other living entities, simultaneous to creating living entities, human beings, and demigods, he also established a system of sacrifice for pleasing Lord Vishnu. So in all ages, all the different ages, there were recommendations for different types of sacrifices. Now what was possible thousands and millions of years ago as the method of sacrifice is not possible for this age. Therefore, the sacrifice that's recommended for pleasing God, from whom everything that we need for our sustenance is coming, that sacrifice is this singing and dancing. Especially congregationally. We have a big congregation here, and we are here for this purpose of performing this great sacrifice of Sankirtan, or chanting of the holy names of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This sacrifice was started, it was instituted for this age by Lord Krishna himself when he came 500 years ago in the role of a devotee, Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he inaugurated this chanting of the Maha Mantra as the recommended means of sacrifice for pleasing God. Because we are duty bound to perform sacrifice for the pleasure of God. That is why also in other religious systems there is singing and dancing, and wherever that goes on in the name of glorifying God, we endorse that, be it Muslim, Christian, whatever. As long as there is glorification of the Supreme Lord, that is sacrifice for pleasing God. But especially recommended in this age, and that can be used as a common means of sacrifice for all people, regardless of race or religion, is this chanting of the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Lord Chaitanya also, he predicted, when he appeared 500 years ago, he stayed on this planet for roughly 48 years. And one of the predictions he made was that this chanting of the Maha Mantra would go to every tongue and village in this world. So we are seeing that practically this is coming to pass. Because, say about 50 years ago, those of us who are older, we may have been hearing the chanting of Hare Krishna in a distant place like Guyana. But there are other places in the world, Africa, China, Russia, where people never heard the name of Krishna. But now, if you go to these places, there are tens of thousands of devotees of other nationalities other than Indian. There are Africans, there are Russians, there are Chinese, and they are getting together and they are chanting this Maha Mantra, thus fulfilling the prediction of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that the chanting of the holy names of Krishna would go to every tongue and village. Krishna also says in the Bhagavad Gita, he gives a formula for peace. Now everyone is looking for peace and happiness, but Krishna gives a very simple formula in the Bhagavad Gita how to achieve peace in our lives, individually, collectively, nationally, internationally, and that formula is given in the Bhagavad Gita. Bhoktaram yagyatapasam sarva loka maheshwaram. Krishna says that I am the supreme enjoyer of all sacrifices. One, I am everyone's best friend. And two, Anyway, these are the three principles of the peace formula. One, that God is the supreme enjoyer. He's our best friend. And the third one, which I was forgetting for a while, and we always forget that, and that's why we're here in this material world. We're forgetting that God is the supreme proprietor of everything. Everything that's there in this world is coming from the Supreme Lord. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So if we can acknowledge these principles, that God is the proprietor of everything, nothing really belongs to us. Even that which we cherish more than anything else, but body, we cannot keep it permanently. After a while, we have to give it up. So, but God is the proprietor of everything in this world. So, if we can acknowledge that the Supreme Lord, whether we call Him Krishna or Allah or Jehovah, it doesn't matter. But He is the Supreme Proprietor. Everything is meant to be offered for His pleasure, and He is also our best friend. So, when we perform this Sankirtan Yajna, this chanting and dancing is for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord as a sacrifice. And as I said earlier, Lord Chaitanya had predicted that without any distinction of caste or creed or religion or race, this chanting can be taken up by any person of any background. And as I said, it's happening all over the world. Here in Guyana, there should be no exception. We welcome people from all different religious backgrounds or racial background. They can participate. You can participate in this chanting of the Maha Mantra and thus bring peace. This is the peace formula that we engage in this sacrifice. One of the principles of the peace formula is that we perform sacrifice for the pleasure of God, and this simple method of sacrifice is given for this Kali Yuga, the Iron Age, where we have very short lifespan, we don't have very much resources, so many misfortunes, so many difficulties we have to face in this age. Therefore, the Lord Himself has come and given us this simple method of performing sacrifice. And that is getting together, clapping our hands, chanting the names of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And if others are singing some other praises for God, that's also good. We should bow down to that and see that as their mean. But Lord Chaitanya had predicted that in time to come, everyone would embrace this chanting of the Maha Mantra as a common platform for the glorification of the Supreme Lord. And this prediction, as I mentioned, is practically being seen all over the world as being the fulfillment. Africa, China, Russia, there are tens and hundreds of thousands of people. So everyone, please put up your hands and chant with me. Hare Krishna! Hare Krishna! Krishna Krishna! Hare Hare! Hare Rama! Hare Rama! Rama Rama! Hare Hare! Thank you very much. When Prabhupada went to Russia first in 1974, there was not one single devotee of Krishna in that country. In fact, to utter the name Krishna or to say anything about God in that country, you can be sent to jail. So Prabhupada did some preaching there, but he did it on the ground, without the knowledge of the government authorities. And that little preaching that he did planted the seed of Krishna consciousness in Russia, so much so that 25 years after Prabhupada went there, even though he was restricted, he could not speak openly. 25 years later in Russia, there are hundreds of thousands of Hare Krishna devotees chanting and performing the sacrifice. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So, you're from this village, a lot of you, but we do have another venue tomorrow. You can find out from us, the flyers are there to say what that venue is, and come along there also and participate in this sacrifice of chanting and taking food which is offered to Krishna. And dancing also, if it's too clustered and you can't dance, then within our hearts we can be dancing. Hare Krishna. So everyone, I will sing one tune very briefly, that because when Lord Chaitanya was touring India, in different parts of India there are different melodies. So this melody is coming from a certain region of India. And Ajamil Prabhu will tell you where this melody is coming from. So you can sing with me. First I will sing and then you sing afterwards. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna Krishna,
Clap your hands, everybody.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Haribol. So in closing, I would like to also again remind you of these three formulas, these three principles of the peace formula. God owns everything, all sacrifices are meant for His pleasure, and He is the best friend of all living entities. So all living entities means the animals also are very dear to Krishna. And one of the practice of a devotee of Krishna or a devotee of God, doesn't matter what religion a person belongs to, they should adhere to this principle of being friendly to all living entities. So in the Hare Krishna movement, we demonstrated this principle because we don't eat any meat, fish or eggs because it involves being unfriendly to other living beings and committing violence on them. So since Krishna is their best friend, he is our best friend, we want to please Krishna by being friendly to his friends, all other living creatures besides ourselves. And in this way, we do not commit violence on other creatures. So that is one of the principles of the peace formula. And in order to be happy, we have to have peace. And peace comes from following these principles as given by Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
A gathering wherein all of us can divinize our lives. This was influenced by no other than Bhagwan Krishna himself. Our mere presence here is an indication that we are all looking for peace, for tranquility, for happiness, for final beatitude, and what we may call self-realization. Being in an association with this group, I'm very much impressed and inspired. I have seen people from different strata of society being in this group, embracing not only the organization, but embracing Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Last year, I think I was in Manhattan. And when I was there, it was in the night, and they called Manhattan the sleepless city. And I saw a little group of Hare Krishna devotees. They started a little chanting, and I said to myself, I should join this group. And
took me about not more than 3 minutes from where I was to where the group was. And within that 3 minutes, there was approximately 8,000 people there reaching before I could have reached. And it was an amazing sight to know that it was not people of one distinction, it was not people of one race, one caste, one creed, or one color. It was people of every strata of the society, like a conflagration of roses in one beautiful garden. And I've seen this here tonight. I have learned quite a lot from being in this process, from being organizers, promoting Sanatan Vedic Dharma, promoting Krishna consciousness, promoting Hindu Dharma, promoting God realization. Well, my friends, when I looked at the word, and when the invitation came home by me, I saw it was Padayatra. And it reminds me of the Ramayana. The Ramayana, Tulsidas wrote, Nirgunate bhati para nama prabhav apar, kahaho para Rama nama nija vichar anusar. Bhagwan Rama was telling his devotees, "Oh devotees, my name is greater than me. Greater than me is my name. Nirgunate bhati para nam prabhav apar." And it is in the same way that this organization, this group, is promoting the name of Bhagwan Krishna. Because while the name of Rama has saved, like Ajamil, while he has touched many other, like Kevat, like Sugriva, Nal Nil, his name has liberated millions. And similarly, while Sri Krishna in his existence in the world, in India, has liberated some by his touch, his name has liberated millions and will continue to do so. My friends, brothers and sisters, when the word came and I look at the invitation that had said, Padayatra, I remember this strong, powerful woman Kausalya from the Ramayana. He spoke to Bhagwan Rama. He says, if you disrespect and disregard your father's command, well, don't disregard mine. I want you to walk to the forest and go there for 14 years. And Padayatra began when Bharat took away the sandals from Bhagwan Rama and he walked barefooted among the ordinary, among the common people, and walked into Lanka to destroy the evil, the vices, and all the negative propensities. Brothers and sisters and friends, my good friend here, Dev Prabhudas and the rest, I can assure you that they will walk village to village like Bhagwan Rama, looking for that one great woman which is called Sita, which is an embodiment of peace. Sita has two qualities. Sita is Maya and Sita is peace. When Ram, Bhagwan and Lakshman were walking in the forest, if you notice, it was Sita who was between Rama and Lakshman. And every time Rama wanted to talk, Lakshman wanted to speak to Rama, if Maya Sita has to be removed, illusion has to be removed, so that Bhagwan could listen to the words of Lakshmana. Similarly, when we as individual souls want to talk to Supreme Paramatma, Maya has to be removed, illusion has to be removed, and that is what this group is doing here, removing all the Maya and all the illusions of the world so that we can come to self-realization and self-understanding. My good friend Daniel spoke just as he said, we must raise our hands. Of course, yes, we must raise our hands. But when we cling to our clothes, what are we doing? We are clinging to our body. When you find in that Mahabharata, when Draupadi was clinging to her clothes, she was actually clinging to her body. And anybody who is body conscious could never ever see God. It is only when we free our hands from our body, then self-realization comes in. My brothers and sisters and friends, in the Bhagavad Gita it says, Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate sata. That which is unreal is always subjected to changes, and that which is real never ceases to be. I, you, me, all of us here, we are all subjected to changes from the time we were born until we die. And because we are subjected to changes, we are bodies, and since we are bodies, we are unreal. What is real is our Atma, which has no limitations. My friends, brothers and sisters, I want to compliment this group. I want to compliment this organization. Very youthful people I have seen participating, not only at Lusikland, not only here. Go to LBI, go wherever they are going. It is not anything about distinction. It is not anything about discrimination. It is not anything about classes. It is all about self-realization. Self-realization has no limitations. And I want to congratulate the members. I know they don't need this. They do not want this because Bhagavan Krishna talked about attachment and detachment in the Bhagavad Gita. Whatever they are doing here, brothers and sisters, I was told, and I know them very well, they're not looking for any reward. They're not looking for any kind of physical accomplishment, but they want to do and to serve in the interest of me, you, humanity, and this country, Guyana. I can remember very well when I was a little boy, the freedom even to worship in the mandir was not there. Today we are given the freedom to worship even on the tarmacs and the roads and on the skirts of this country. And I hope and pray that those who have been given us this chance, this opportunity, so that we can come together, whether it's Christians, whether it's Muslims, whether it's Baha'i, whether it's Hindus, and to pray and to worship in any part of our country. God bless those who have given us and created this wonderful avenue and opportunity, so wherein we can sit as brothers and sisters in a united way, looking and searching for peace. My good friend, he said that there are 3 principles. But I know in any institution of learning there are 4 principles. I'm not contradicting what he's saying, but I'm saying there are 4 principles in the stage of and the process of learning. And the first principle is called Shravanam. Listen to the name of God. Shravanam means what? To listen. Listen to the name of God. In what name it comes, you will always listen. You have nothing to lose by listening to the name of God. And the other principle is called Mananam. Mananam means to ponder upon, to reflect upon, to analyze. And when you listen to the name of God, ponder upon it, reflect upon it, remember what Bhagavan Rama has done, remember what Bhagavan Krishna has done, remember what the great souls of yesteryear has contributed to us. And more than that, after pondering, there is one beautiful word which we call Kirtanam. And in that process, Kirtan means to glorify that what we have done. Whatsoever we listen to, whatsoever we ponder upon, we must glorify. And that which we glorify, brothers and sisters, whether it's the name of God, whether it's good tendencies, whether it's good attributes, whether it's good qualities, whatsoever we glorify, the final word is called Nidhyasana. We must practice that which we glorify. And I'm telling you, I can assure you, that this group here, brothers and sisters, I want you to give them full support. Whether you're on the East Coast, whether on the West Coast, whether in Linden, whether in Burpees, whether in Essequibo, give them the support that they need. They are all doing things so that we can unite the people of this country. And by doing that, we are enhancing not only the present, we are enhancing future generation to come. If I am to live for myself, I am a living dead. But if I am to live for future generations, then my soul will move to what we call final liberation or nirvana. Brothers and sisters and friends, I am not here to talk about dharma. I am not here to talk about religion. I am not here to talk about God. But this is the purpose of this program here. I'm here to tell you that these great noble souls have been making significant contribution in this country and will be creating an impact. I'm very firmly like conviction they will be creating an impact not only for you but for future generations. I want you to take your hats off to them, to give them a big round of applause for what they are doing here now and what they will be continuing to do in the future. Hands to them. My purpose of being here, brothers and sisters and friends, is just like them. To see what we can do as a people to unite our brothers and sisters. Where there is unity, there is strength. Divided, we fall. United, we stand. I want to ask Bhagwan Krishna in our prayers today, Pita aham asya jagato mata data pita maham veram pavitram omkaram rigyajur evacha. Bhagwan Krishna says to Arjuna, Pita aham, I am the father. Asya jagato, also I am the mother. Mata, Data, I am the purifier. I am what we call Nirgun Brahma, Omkara. I am the preceptor. I am the teacher. I am the sum total of all sciences. If you don't have a father, come to me. If you don't have a mother, come to me. If you don't have a brother, come to me. If you don't have a teacher, come to me. If you don't have a friend, come to me. If you don't have knowledge, come to me. And that's what Bhagwan Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 11. Tonight, friends, brothers and sisters, I am sure all of us are not adequate. Some of us may be deprived of education. Some of us may not have our mothers and fathers. Some of us may not have brothers and sisters. Some of us may not have our guru or teachers or preceptors. But I can assure you, if you go to the feet of Bhagwan Krishna and seek refuge at his feet, he will never ever turn you away. He is man's best friend. Atma sarva bhuteshu yaha pashyati sa pashyati. He alone sees, who sees every being as himself. And Bhagwan Krishna is that one being who has seen every being as himself. Brothers and sisters and friends, once again, I want to congratulate this group, and I want all of you to seek refuge at the feet of Bhagwan Krishna. Prem se bolo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Jai Gopal, Krishna
of you have taken the time out to come here to participate in this session. I'd like to be brief so you'll have the opportunity to enjoy the nice kirtan and arti. But apart from the little speech I had planned for today, somebody asked me to tell the story that I told the day before. So I didn't want to refuse, so I'll tell both of them. But what I had planned to speak about today, you were looking perhaps at, or you were seeing some footage on the screen there, and I'm sure you may have seen Srila Prabhupada, the founder of the Hare Krishna movement. Now he traveled all over the world, but he would lecture a lot on what is called the first lesson in spiritual life, the difference between the body and the soul. And he would say, until and unless we get this right, our life will be unsuccessful. So he said, if you're doing arithmetic and you start wrong, if you say 2 and 2 is 6, or you could do everything else correct, but you'll end up with a mistake. So he said, for the eternal soul who is under the spell of this Maya, this illusion, the eternal soul under the spell of Maya is thinking now, I am a body, I am a man, a woman, black, white, boy, youth, adult. The soul is under this spell. And Srila Prabhupada used to say this mistake, thinking we are the body, is the cause of all suffering. It's just like you make a mistake, you see a piece of rope somewhere in the dark, and you mistake that for a snake. So much unnecessary fear in the mind. But not that alone, Srila Prabhupada used to say, if you don't know yourself, you can't know what you need to be happy. The example, suppose you're driving your car and you're feeling very thirsty. So you pull up at the petrol station and you fill up the tank. That's not going to quench your thirst because you're different from the vehicle. So Srila Prabhupada used to say, as long as we don't have it clear that I am an eternal soul, and the only purpose of this human form of life, asatoma, sadgama, this world is asat. So he said that the only purpose of the human form is to prepare ourselves to go back to the eternal world, that world that is Sat or Sanatan, that is eternal. That's the only purpose of the human form of life, to go back to the eternal world. So if we don't understand this first lesson, that the only purpose of our life is to go back to the eternal world, we'll spend our time doing so many things that will just cause us to come back in this world and have to suffer again. So, the story I really wanted to tell is that based on the Maya that we are in and the different types of bodies we have, we think we can make ourselves happy with different material things, or we can please people in this world with different things.